That one's too.
Yeah.
Just so we can sit down and do stuff. I'm in the plane. I'm in the plane.
Oh, cool.
And you're not.
I am actually.
Please come in. Anybody who's back there? Anyone else around? Please come in. Better. We have no chairs for room. We have no chairs anywhere.
The girl in the second plane.
We're gonna have two plays. This play. Yeah, we're gonna have.
Wow, this is professional.
No, I meant the kids play. I meant the kids play. That's the first one.
Oh, no, I'm not in that.
Yeah, that's what you're coming for.
Oh, sorry.
You thought you were in this one.
Okay, we're ready when you are. Remember?
Can I?
5 o'clock. Okay. Sorry, we're just waiting on the internet here.
No need to put it on the internet.
Yes.
So, if possible, stand kind of next to the board.
The problem is I can't see what I'm talking
Okay, Maris, we're doing our best. We're almost ready. We apologize for the technical difficulties. Start? Okay. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our presentation. So, Pandita Didi, Saraswati Didi, and others have taken much time to present you with this presentation of the last year in review. So after that, we'll have some theater for you all. So here I'll turn it over to Pandita Didi.
Please accept my humble Dandava Pranam to you all. We're so happy for everyone to be here on this most special day for the London Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Month. And on behalf of the Bhakti Yoga Institute office team, I'll be presenting you with an overview of year 3 and really what we want to, the main message we want to convey is how happy and grateful we are for everyone's contribution, and we hope many more devotees will come in due course and onto the presentation. So maybe the next one. As Dainidhi Prabhu mentioned in his talk, to get the building, to purchase the building is one thing, but then also to continue to create a dynamic service center and have it thrive in the glory of Sri Guru and Gauranga is another thing. And so what we've been trying, I'm actually talking about on behalf of the office team. I myself haven't been so involved, but I'm just communicating their successes to you all on their behalf. But yeah, so the review will include an overview of the events that have been happening, regular programs, facility developments. We'll be touching on everyone like the service team, and regular contributors, and then also we'll be talking about our vision for the next year to come and long-term visions. So starting with events, this year we had our very first Bhakti Yoga retreat in November, which was a wonderful success. I think what was so great about it was that not only did we have a really wonderful group of guests come and participate in you know, the retreat, which was led by Sripad Kamal, Tyagi Maharaj, and who had like introduced brilliantly the practice of Bhakti yoga. But another thing that was so wonderful about it was that I think the devotee community felt, oh wow, there's actually new people coming into the center. So that was very, enthusing for them as well. So both ways a success. From this group, we started, the next slide will show cooking classes led by Krishna Kishore Prabhu. The people that came to the retreat attended these as well, and he's been organizing these. We want to do more of these cooking classes because actually many new guests have asked for that. They want to, be trained in the art of vegetarian cooking, so we hope to do many more. Nectar Foods is managed by Rasamayi Didi, and the initiative was taken to raise funds for the temple, which happens at all the various events that they attend across the UK. But what's also really nice about these events is that the devotees take the opportunity to organize talks, and here Vishaka Didi is seen giving a class, and then often we get to perform kirtan, and at the next slide we'll show the Kingston Yoga and Vegan Fair. The devotees even ended up on stage in the main hall just performing kirtan, and everyone heard it, which was wonderful. The next slide is another picture of Om Yoga Show, just a wonderful team of devotees. And Lavanyamai and Saraswati Didi and Jayanti Didi have all worked hard to really refine recipes that are vegan, vegetarian, healthy, gluten-free, raw, and they've just been doing an incredible job, preparing wonderful preparations that are very much welcomed by the public. Then other events include the International Kids Camp this year, again in Italy, and actually Saraswati Didi has been organizing these since 2006. And this is just such a wonderful opportunity to get the youth to participate in a sort of a full-time context and live in the temple, but also have fun and make friends. And every year when the kids come back from it, they seem to be more enthused and happy, and so definitely we'll continue with those. Saraswati Didi has also been organizing international Namahata programs, not just in the UK. In Spain, there's a really nice community of devotees that are really eager to learn more, and have been welcoming the devotees to come back regularly. I think there's been two visits, and next week everyone's going there. So. Then regular programs here at the Bhakti Yoga Institute. Harinam Sankirtan with Dainidhi Prabhu. For me personally, the most wonderful thing about it is that the devotees from east side of London meet up with the devotees from the west side of London, and in the center of town, spreading the holy name. And this is a wonderful picture of Dainidhi Prabhu. Yeah, every other week this is happening consistently for decades. Oh no, well yeah, decades I think, and so nice. This Namahata program in the UK was organized by Tota Gopinath Prabhu. He's always taken initiative to kind of organize cool events with like radio station. Then we invited this one journalist the last time the devotees went to his house. So those will go on regularly. And the challenge group visit. This is a group of kids that come and volunteer here at the center, do gardening, learn to cook. Maybe Saraswati Didi can talk a little bit about what, you know, where they come from. But it's essentially a way for the kids of the community to engage with various charitable organizations. And the next slide shows Save a Day, which is also connected, just young kids coming to the temple, having a positive experience of doing service, and then also they end up in the arti often, and it's, you know, chant, and it's really nice. Every Thursday, the devotees cook to distribute food at this homeless shelter, and that's part of our commitment to distribute prasadam, and that's been happening. Feed them all. I don't know for how many years we've been doing this, but Glastonbury is featured really regularly on the schedule, and is a great way for us to raise funds. This year, the devotees, by doing massage and all other kinds of things, they raised, I think, how much? 7,000 pounds, which completely covered the the building of the sannyasi quarters partition wall. And there's a slide coming up to show that, but basically that partition wall is really helpful to accommodate more of our wonderful sannyasis, and at the same time, because now we have 4 sannyasis visiting us. So facility development, one really cool thing that happened last year was the creation of the Bhakti Yoga Institute sign. That made a real big difference. Previously it just said Gravel House, but now it says Bhakti Yoga Institute at Gravel House. By the way, the sign was designed by Mahamantra, and this picture was shot by Mahamantra. And ever since this sign was there, I've heard that there's so many more inquiries in terms of what's going on in this place. Our neighbors are inquiring, more people are coming in to the building, just checking it out. So that was a real good move. These are images of the newly partitioned sannyasi quarters. Literally, they've been completed last week. It was a real race against time, but it was all done in time in the end. And up here, it's really nice because there's basically a really big area for storage. So we'll be able to store books there, or just accommodate the expansion of the Bhakti Yoga Institute. Also, that's the This is the door into the storage area, and then there's two really lovely rooms. It's pretty incredible because previously it was just quite an imposing room, but now with these walls, 3 really nice sort of cozy rooms have been created, and with really nice views, and it's a different experience and very nice for sannyasi quarters. Okay, now on to the core service team, and I really wish I could do a really good job to glorify everyone that's involved in this center. I'll give it a shot. Saraswati Didi, number 1. Without her, the quality of this place wouldn't be what it is. Honestly, her dedication and tireless effort to make this place a success is completely inspiring to myself and everyone else. And actually it's pretty incredible how much she balances in her life. And what I think is amazing is that she does everything with such attention to detail and concern for everyone. And one thing that is really nice about how she reaches out to the international devotee community. So she tries to get everyone internationally involved in this center, and I think that's really powerful. And today's attendance is a proof of that. We have visitors from all over the world, really. So it's incredible. Number 2 is definitely Rasamayi Didi. For so many decades, she's completely dedicated her life to the service of this mission, day in, day out. Every weekend going out for collection to finance the running of this place. And she's done that in Green Street for so many years, and now she's doing it here. And I feel that the London mission wouldn't be what it is today without her either. So really incredible. Sachi Devi Didi. I am biased. But she's so wonderful. Sachi Devi with Lavanya have been collecting for this temple, financially supporting this place, and that's really so valuable. And then she's been doing puja, and I tell her to rest, but she won't listen, and she's just non-stop. So. Raja Kishore Prabhu is our head pujari, and every day he's doing puja with so much attention, so much care. The standard of puja is so high, and I don't think many devotees know, but he wakes up at 2 a.m. or 2:30 a.m. He chants japa to prepare for puja, and it's just, full on seva all the time. The most wonderful Jayanti Didi. She cooks for the Thakurs and the devotees almost every day, and she does it with so much love. And I don't know, I can't really say obviously, but I feel like you can taste the love in the prashadam. I sound like a saja or something. And I'm staying in her room at the moment, and I'm always in her room, and she's never there. She's always engaged in service. So, Jai Jayanti.
The backdrop today was made by Shama.
And Shama Sundari as well.
And Shama Sundari, yeah.
Wonderful, yeah, amazing. Ramananda Prabhu, ever helpful, ever inquisitive. He's been staying at the temple for over 2 years, and what's really cool is he's working now on making all the classes digitally available that are happening here in the temple, and thereby spreading the message, and it's a very valuable service. Madhupati and Krishna Gopal Prabhus. Madhupati was here for 2 years. Krishna Gopal was here for 1 year, approximately. Just really sweet, helpful team from Colombia. Maybe Saraswati Didi can share a little bit about them, but you know, Madhupati is super sweet and Krishna Gopal is really nice. Kirtaniyas. We're delighted to have this family. They're the sweetest, like multi-talented, lovely family, and we're just so grateful that they've joined the team. They've already been so helpful since coming here. They've just been here for 3 months, and honestly, just looking so much forward to continuing to collaborate with them. So much hope for the future. Gadadhar, aka the King. He's just always around, and we're so happy about that. Also, actually, since the kids camp in Italy, he's just been taking more interest in participating in the program, and it's really nice to see the effect that kids camps have on the kids. Visiting sannyasis. Really, it's our great fortune that we have Sripad Janardhan Maharaj here today and at the inauguration festival 3 years ago as well. You know, along with regular visits by Sripad Madhusudan Maharaj, Sripad, the next slide will show Sripad Bharati Maharaj, and Sripad Tyagi Maharaj. I know Saraswati Didi would really like to speak a little bit about the visiting sannyasi, so please come and share your thoughts.
Yay! I already done my talk. That's enough.
One thing.
We're fortunate to have them coming to the mat, and we hope that we can continue having regular visits like always.
Yeah.
We can stay a bit longer. That's the main thing.
Well, good fortune is good association, and we're just very fortunate to have so many sannyasis coming. You know, when we have regular programs going on in terms of Harikatha and events, and that really makes the temple thrive so much, and we're just so grateful for that. Vishaka.
What happened to Tyagi Maharaj?
No, Saraswati Didi. Saraswati Didi, you were gonna speak something.
Back one, back
please. Mass, please.
back two.
Please.
Back one.
Back.
Made us please, and then.
Right.
Jai.
Well, as I mentioned before, we're very fortunate to have Tyagi Maharaj on the team of this mat, and he's been an inspiration to everyone. He's really expert in presenting Srila Gurudev's conception to all kinds of audience, and in a really beautiful way.
He's been very.
He's practicing my examples.
He's also been very much part of the formulating what this place is about and the educational initiatives, and so it's been really good having that type of support getting off the ground.
And we look forward to having for longer periods of time.
As well as everyone
Because as
else.
soon as we bring him here, then everybody takes him somewhere else. I am demand.
Moving right along.
Vishaka Didi was staying here for 2 months. Also, just incredible. We hope to welcome everyone continuously and have them lead the program.
And we hope that also Niyashima Maharaj will stay here a bit longer.
Supporting community, really this is about the devotees that come and attend our programs regularly. And to start off, we want to express our gratitude to Devi Prabhu for his continued support and input. And he comes regularly and gives class, really incredible class, and together with Ishanuga Didi and their family. They're very much part of our center as well, and we're so happy about that.
Ishanuga Didi, she's my sister, elder sister. She has on the outfit for the Lord shoes today. The
Right.
Where is she? Hello.
And all the serving in the family.
And all the service in Green Street, cooking and everything. Incredible.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of my sister.
Yeah, yeah.
Anjali Didi. She just makes everyone happy. Her and her auspicious family. Madhusudan Maharaj was here recently and he said, who are these babies? You know, the grandchildren, who are they? Like, we don't know. But very, very auspicious. Anyways, she's the source of all her children's wonderfulness, and we'll get to them as well. Virachandra Prabhu and Radharani Dasi, and now Balaram as well, they always attend the Saturday program consistently, and Virachandra Prabhu's such expert kirtani, and yeah, they're very much part of the supporting community here. Ishan Prabhu fixes anything that's broken. And he's always on call. You can call him anytime and he'll come and fix it.
He just lives opposite.
Krishna Kishore Prabhu, he comes just at the weekend to cook for the Lord and the devotees, like Saturday lunch, evening, and then Sunday morning or something, and really wonderful prasadam, and he just comes and does his seva, and is very, very supportive.
And to make sweet is a specialty for the Lord.
Yeah. Yeah, Birmingham.
3 hours drive.
Exquisite.
Krishna Bandhu Prabhu, Induleka Didi, and their wonderful family. They've been part of this project from the start. And again, amazing kirtaniya, and their children are so wonderful. And Dayal Nitai is essential in the kirtan now as well. Leela Sundar Prabhu, Isha, Raghunath, and Rama. They're just, again, they also try to come as much as possible, like KB and Indu, and they're just, I think, you know, their attendance makes the program auspicious and joyful, and they're just very consistent in terms of attending as well, and doing seva and cooking wonderful preparations for the Lord. So.
I'm glad when I love singing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another amazing kirtaniya. Untitled Prabhu, also very much part of our community. Amazing kirtaniya. Kanalala Prabhu supports this place financially. I don't know where he is today, actually. India. We're grateful for his contribution. Gadadhar Pandit Prabhu has also significantly helped finance this place at Glastonbury and other. Yeah, he's in Hungary now, but
Big fundraiser.
yeah, big fundraiser. Lalita Madhava Prabhu has been very helpful as well. He is advising from a distance, but the devotees are going to go to his house for a Namahata program soon. And he's part of this slide because we're so indebted to him for this place as well. So. This is just such a cute picture. Growing community.
Where's Balaram?
Balaram, which one?
3.
Balaram 3.
The baby.
He's also growing community.
No, I mentioned him. He was like his name was written. You missed that, I think. Okay, thank you. Acknowledgements go to Toto and Rodney. Saraswati Didi got them on board initially just as workers, but they've actually just become really our friends, and they attend the program, and they're lovely.
Especially Toto. He's coming more often and now with his whole family, attending the classes, kirtan, and his wife, he has a very good service. She goes to the kitchen and helps out. They're really nice.
For regular contributors, we've created a list of devotees that are contributing regularly on the next slide. We just want to, say our gratitude to them, and regular donations coming in. And that's what keeps this place running, really. So, Jai. So, yeah, no, I didn't have an intro for this, but basically now onto year 4, there's a few acquisitions that we want to make. A Victorian Tulasi house to go out in the garden. I've suggested cheaper options to Saraswati Didi, but she wants the best of the best for Srimati Tulasi Devi, and we're going to raise funds to try to make that happen. Another acquisition is a new mini bus. The current bus is a 18-seater, I believe.
17.
Oh, 17, and it's gone like around Europe twice, and done all the Harinam Sankirtan, and still working really incredibly. But maybe it's time for a new one soon.
It's difficult to drive it, and
And then in terms of our objectives to continue programs within the Bhakti Yoga Institute for year 4, we want to do more retreats. Those are a real success in terms of reaching out to the wider community, more educational workshops, that's another great way to connect with the neighborhood and the community, you know, by providing cooking classes. We want to do InDesign workshops, things that really kind of are a way to bridge the gap in a way, get people to come into the temple and learn something they want to learn, but then also be able to hang out with the devotees and have a positive experience. So more Namahata programs, and obviously more Harinam Sankirtan. Always. We've already outgrown this place, can you believe it or not? And so one way to expand is to build a second floor above this prasadam room to accommodate the devotees. Those are longer term objectives, but they're real, and we try to make them happen. Anyone would like to get involved and support this community, then, you know, please reach out to Saraswati Didi, Lavanyamai Didi, or anyone else of the team. Your involvement in the success of this project is very valuable, and we'd love to, you know, really expand on our community and be more successful at what we do and reach more people with the beautiful gift that we've been given. That's the next slide is a way to get involved, and Jai Gurudev. I feel really shy to talk in front of you all. But I was going to suggest maybe if anyone wants to say something, now's the time to comment on this or anything else. If not, on to the play.
Yes, Maharaj, you want to say something?
Really inspiring to be
No,
here.
not right now.
Divi Shakti Didi.
I was just saying that it's really inspiring to be here, you guys. Just touch my heart. Give me so much light and so much affection, so much love. I'm just so happy being here, and it's a blessing, and I feel blessed just being here.
Joy.
Well, I'll just add that Pandita Didi was very reluctant to do this presentation. And she's saying it's really, public speaking is really not her favorite thing, and she'd really rather someone else do it, but she put all that aside, stepped up to the plate to do this seva. So, Alright, well, we're going to have a 2-minute technical intermission. Don't go far, because we've got Free Spirit Theater coming up soon.
What's that?
Okay. It's going to start right now. Sit up.
Can we close this curtain?
Yeah, let's bring that curtain in the middle. This is back 5 feet.
Is it missing one?
And move this out of the way.
I'm not done giving it.
Yeah?
No, we'll buy you.
Who? Just stay with her. When he's on the ground, just like blow up his back and get really dramatic. What is you say thank you.
Okay.
Nope, it needs to go back.
I need
I'd go all the way to that chair.
Can you probably move the chair?
You don't need the what? She doesn't need the script. No, she doesn't.
Where'd you get it? Madhupati. What are you going to
Shane! I care. Do it with the other hand.
Maybe we could walk some birthday marchers again. Okay.
Mommy, I need to stress. Look at that. Yeah, stay home. I need to stress.
vision of a party. But you gotta watch the slices.
we go. All right, we're ready to resume. Let's bring it in. Can we bring it in here? We're going to start again. Can we close this space while we're doing the play if possible? All right. So, welcome everyone to another episode of Free Spirit Theater.
What are you all?
So we have a couple of pieces for you this afternoon. The first one is called Cutting Away the Ego.
Hi. Once upon a time, there was a boy who started to feel tenderness on his back.
What is this? It's starting to hurt.
3 to 5 days. You can change the bandage tomorrow morning and then remove the bandage once the incision is healed. Avoid moving for, you know, at least an hour, and you know, by the end of the day, he should feel no pain at all.
Okay, we'll see how this works.
An hour later, the surprise and anger starts to subside.
So how are you feeling? How are you feeling? How are you
I
feeling
feel
now?
some relief.
You feel some relief. Oh, that's really good.
Ow, ow. Yes, actually I don't feel any more pain at all.
Well, that's really good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that he relieved some of your pain.
That's good. Yeah, it's very good. I was so angry at the doctor, but I feel now he has saved my life. I think we should go and express our
Express our gratitude.
Gratitude to him and apologize for our harsh behavior. I thought he was being harsh, but in fact it was actually me.
Yes, I think you're right. Let's go and meet him tomorrow.
This
Now we punch him to death. Now we go punch him to death.
Hey, no more. Stop. Hey, turn off your phone. Hey, this is not a time to play around.
Someone needs to put it on.
Okay, wait. So, Sundari.
This piece is based on a parable told by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Now our actors will explain their roles in this allegory.
Go, read this. Very loudly.
I represent an internal soul, and my boy represents the false ego. My constant represents the mystery produced by the false ego, and my desire to take my own life represents the self-destructive behavior people suffering under the false ego engage in.
Stay outside.
I am false. Okay, I represent those who identify with the false ego, of course, and seek only to indulge it rather than to remove it.
I represent materialists who engage in escapism in its various forms, intoxication, entertainment, etc. I also represent impersonal spiritualists, the non-dualists, who think the dissolution of the self is the only means to relief from suffering and attaining well-being. The euthanasia I propose represents their notion of spiritual perfection, the annihilation of the individual self.
I represent the sadhu, the pure devotee of the Lord, and my scalpel represents the teachings of the scriptures and our Guru Varga.
I resist to the doctor represents the soul's delusion under the false ego.
And my sympathy for my son represents bad association, social encouragement to identify with and act according to the false ego.
And my insistence on cutting out the boil represents the sadhu's deep conviction in spiritual truth and their unwavering compassion and sincere endeavors for the welfare of suffering souls.
My relief from pain and renewed desire to live represent the eternal life of peace, love, and joy that the true self-experience after being rid of the false ego by the cutting yet affection, yet loving guidance of Sripad.
Of the sadhu. The loving guidance of the sadhu. Yeah, you were supposed to.
So as we mentioned, this piece is based on a parable given by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur and based on a verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, where we find Tato Dusangamutridya Satsu Sajjita Buddhiman, that the intelligent will take shelter of the sadhus, It describes, please, you're distracting me. You guys can leave. Be quiet. So this piece is meant to represent this verse in Bhagavatam, which compares the advice of the sadhu to that which cuts away our false ego. So while when we see someone coming almost violently with this blade to cut this away, we shrivel in pain and we identify with the mother who's so compassionately taking care of her boy. When all of these things are applied to a misconception of the self, they're all deception. They're all part of the darkness. And that assertion, that conviction to cut them away mercilessly, that is the actual compassion. That is the actual mercy that our Guru Varga has. No compromise with this illusory environment, no compromise with anything less than the highest ideal, the highest attainment we can find in spiritual life. And clear understanding that the suffering that we have from this false ego, there's no reason to think that the only way to free ourselves from it is to try to annihilate our individual self, as the Mayavadis, the Nirvisheshvadis, all of these people say. But that with the removal of the false ego, the real self, the healthy person, can live and can thrive. So, beyond karma, beyond gyan, to the plane of bhakti by the cutting, affectionate guidance of our Gurudev. This is the purpose. Alright, so we have one more piece for you. This Haribol. So, yes?
Tyagi said that he's willing to do the arti when the play finish.
Okay.
Then everybody can happily attend that.
Perfect.
And that will conclude the program.
Yeah, that'll be it. Okay. So we'll continue on with our next piece. I hope we have all of our actors on cue. So Prabhu, can you come over here to do the kirtan? So where are the guys? Mantra, Thai, Devi, scripts. Yeah, so if you guys can just stand like behind the prashad, and I'll give you a cue to chant, and a cue to stop, and a cue to chant to yourself. And just like background volumes. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's talk later. I need to see that.
I literally messed up. Now we're
So you can use this and then I'll take it from you. You just have this first line and then this second line. And then after that, yeah, Roganov. You want to do it? Roganov, if you're going to be in the party, you need to go with the Okay, you guys ready? Okay, let's begin. Okay, can you guys clear here? That way, isn't it? Come. Okay, super, go.
Once upon a time, which is today, the anniversary of the inauguration of the Bhakti Yoga Institute of West London. A festival is in full swing in the ashram, while outside 2 people just missed the bus at the stop across the street.
Oh, I can't believe we missed that bus. How bad is that?
I mean, that it's all about just going with the flow, you know? Yeah. Kind of empower you with use this new technique so you can overcome all your ego resistance.
I don't know, but I think I can hear some music over there. Is that some music? Can you hear that?
I mean, everything is coming from the universal flow. You just have to somehow connect your inner self with it.
Alright, I'm not too sure about that, but I don't know, something about that music, I really like that. I think it's coming from over there.
Well, actually, if you crystallize your intentions and thoughts, you can create anything, anywhere. Have you ever heard The Secret?
No, not really, but I mean, I see there's a sign on that building that says Bhakti yoga. Do you know anything about that?
I mean, I know everything about yoga, actually.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I have been practicing Kundalini yoga for 2 years and 10 months.
Wow.
And yeah, and also like I have just finished a 50-hour training credential for like aerial yoga, and I'm always doing acro yoga with my partner. And
really?
You know, and I just last week I was in Hawaii doing this the paddleboard yoga standing, you know, and it was amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
So you know all this stuff about yoga.
Pretty much.
What is this Is it Bhakti? What is
I mean,
Bhakti?
this Bhakti yoga, I think it's just like, or a very new type of yoga, very cool type, or a very ancient, old type, boring, religious type of yoga, like coming from India, wherever they say yoga is from.
Okay, well maybe if you don't know, I see one person in the garden over there. Maybe we could go and ask him. You want to go and ask him?
I'm sorry, you know, I have a very busy schedule this week and today. I'm just heading off to this amazing mindfulness seminar, and after that I have my pranic energy session. And next week, this same week, I have to do my chakra, my series of chakra opening flow things.
Intense.
Yeah,
it's intense.
I'm going to use my new crystal quartz. Oh, amazing! Check it out. Yeah.
What is it for?
It's for like our chakras, opening our chakras. Yeah, be more effective. Anyhow, I think I can get you an invitation for this new center in Notting Hill.
Okay.
We're doing like Bikram yoga, and there is a very nice superfood coffee there, and there is this like very nice pan drummer doing like
the drumming thing
during the music during the whole yoga session. It's going to be amazing. So as I have already a very nice weekend planned, I don't think I can do that. I just rather prefer be here doing my meditation, be here now, meditation.
Well, we got like 15 minutes. 15 minutes until the next bus. Why don't you just, we could try something new. Maybe you'll like it. You want to try?
Alright.
Okay, let's go.
The two crossed the street and addressed the devotee from the sidewalk.
What did you say? They're coming across the street and addressed the devotee.
Hey, excuse me.
Yeah, hi,
I don't mean to trouble you, but we were just over the road and we were waiting for a bus. We missed the bus, and whilst we were waiting for our other bus, we couldn't help but notice this music coming from this building, and we saw this sign, Bhakti Yoga. We wondered maybe you could tell us what
we have this brand new sign this year. Isn't it beautiful?
It's lovely. We can...
Yeah, I'd love to tell you guys about it. Why don't you come on in the garden?
Sure, after you.
Hey!
I'm so sorry.
What happened?
I'm so sorry, my coat caught on the gate. I'm so sorry, I must be so bad luck. I'm so sorry.
Let me
help you. I'm so sorry.
Shut him.
You want me to help you up?
Yeah, please. Oh, wow.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Wow. Hey, nice to meet you guys. You know, while I'm here, I'm just welcoming all the guests today, and I have this Purushottam here. Would you like some?
Oh, what's in that?
This is Purushottam.
Excuse me?
Yeah, you never heard of Purushottam? Purushottam means food that's offered by our Guru to the Lord and left for us as His grace.
It's really
I
good.
can't follow all of that. All I know is I'm vegan, sugar-free, and gluten-free, so I think I have to avoid it.
Well, you know, these are made of just dates and almonds. You know, I think.
Can I try one of those as well?
Yeah, of course. You know, I think it'll meet your standards.
Really good. So what is all this Bhakti Yoga about?
Well, I'd love to explain it to you, but the first thing to say really is that it's all a matter of good fortune, whether we can really...
Good fortune? Excuse me, come on, like, we create our own reality through our thoughts and intentions, right?
Well, when I say good fortune, I mean something that the sadhus call sukriti. But I think the best way to share that with you is if I share with you my personal story about my personal experience. And if you'd like, I can just tell you a little bit about how I came here and how I appreciate this, and I think that'll make it understandable. Okay. Can I share?
Sure. I want to hear that. You want to hear?
Okay. Okay, where's that script? Can you read that other script? So, some time ago, when I started at the university, I didn't have much money or much time, and I wanted to find some places that served free food around my new college town.
Hey man, hey, you wouldn't know where I can get some food for free or something, you know? I'm so hungry.
No really. Well, actually, you know what? You might find it funny, but I heard a story, you know, about the Steve Jobs, and he used to go every Sunday in some Hare Krishna temple to get some free meal, and it's nearby here, so you give it a try. Maybe there.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
I made my way downtown, eventually found the temple, and then walked inside.
Hi, welcome.
Hi.
Oh, our Bhagavad Gita class just ended.
Oh, that's unfortunate. You wouldn't know where I could get some food by any chance. I'm so hungry.
Okay, yeah, sure. We do have prasadam. You hungry?
I'm really hungry.
Okay, let me get some prasadam. We do have some copies of Bhagavad Gita. Would you like to take one and read it for later?
Maybe later, because I've actually got a lot of studying to do and stuff. But thanks anyway. Thanks
Sure.
for the food.
Well, come back again.
Then, one Saturday night, I went out on the town with some of my friends. Another day, I was walking across campus.
Hello. We have some beautiful copies of our books.
Oh, that's a nice book. I love the artwork. I've seen one of those books before, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you like it, you know what? I'll buy it for you. I'll buy it for you. It's fine. How much is this book?
Well, we just ask for donations for our books to cover the cost of the printing.
Not a
whatever
problem.
you can get.
Not a problem. I've got £20. Is that okay?
Yeah, that helps. That
Cool.
would really be great. Thank you.
Wow, thanks. That's really generous of you.
Well, yeah, I know, but you know what? why don't we study this book together? Because this is like really like, you know, like philosophical and stuff. So we can like, you know, come to my place or whatever, you know, read up on all this stuff, you know.
Okay.
Can I get your number really
Yeah,
quickly?
sure, I'll give you my number.
Sure, just type it
Okay.
in.
All right.
Great. Sweet. See you.
See you.
What can you do?
What up there?
Another day, I returned to the Krishna temple, hoping to get another free meal.
Hi.
Hi again. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. What was your name again?
Dasi, Devi Dasi.
Yeah. Cool.
So, did you come back for the Bhagavad Gita class? Did you read the book, or?
Well, about that. Kind of didn't read the book. I did meet up with a girl and everything, but like, I don't know, like, didn't really get to the book. Yeah, unfortunately.
No problem. So, did you come for the class today, Bhagavad Gita?
You know what? I'll be really honest with you. Like, I'm kind of hungry again, and you know I always keep coming here and everything.
Oh, no problem. I'll be right back. I'm going to bring you some prasadam.
Please. So sorry.
There you go. Now, can I ask you something before you go?
Sure.
So, have you ever stopped to wonder, you know, have you taken any time to deeply think about these big questions in life, like who am I and what's my highest goal of life? These types of things?
Not really. No, not really.
Okay. Well, why don't you take a seat? You can take some prasadam, and honor your prasadam, and you know, we can talk about Bhagavad Gita and these types of things. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask me.
Bhagavad Gita.
Bhagavad Gita.
Oh, Bhagavad Gita.
That's the song of Lord
okay.
Krishna.
Well, you know, I'm not like too sure about the book or anything, but you know what? At the same time, I feel kind of bad because you guys are so nice to me and you always give me such nice food and everything. So I'll give it a go.
Okay, sounds great.
The following week, I returned to the temple.
Hi, Harry.
Hey, you're back.
Yeah.
You're just in time for the class tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. You know, I actually read the book this time. It was like really, really good. Like, it's really amazing. And
fantastic.
Yeah, it was really good. I've actually got a lot of questions this time.
Well, that's exactly why we have these classes, so you can ask questions and inquire about these things. So fantastic, you're here. And so I'm really happy that you've realized that you've realized that yourself. And so it's clearly also the effect of all the sukriti you've accumulated.
Sukriti? What's that?
Yeah, so sukriti is the beneficial effect produced by knowingly or unknowingly engaging in any of the practices of Bhakti Yoga. And so you've honored prasadam, you've chanted and danced with the devotees.
Yeah.
And you've given Bhagavad Gita as a gift, and all of these things you've even started to read Bhagavad Gita yourself. So all of these activities gradually produce clarity within the heart, and they enable you to realize spiritual truth naturally.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I always come here for the food and stuff, but like, I know that there's more to it than just the vegetarian nice food and stuff like that. So I really want to take this really seriously. And, yeah, I want to keep reading.
Oh, awesome. Well, why don't you come into the class and
Definitely.
see what you can learn.
So that's my story. I started coming to the temple. I started participating in these activities, and just naturally, I started to appreciate these things. So that's the story I have to share with you. That even when I started taking prasadam just because I was hungry, even when I started chanting and dancing with the devotees just because I wanted to party, and even when I bought the Bhagavad Gita just because I wanted to impress a girl, still Krishna was merciful to me. And what I came to feel is that Krishna is always engaged in this loving search for his lost servants. And he so tactfully weaves into our lives these ways for us to engage in the practices of bhakti. And when we do that, and that purifies our consciousness, then we start to naturally realize spiritual truth. It feels like it's coming from within, even though it's coming down by his grace. And when we feel that, we feel even a little bit how much he loves us. And when we feel that, our lives just become sublime.
How beautiful is that, man?
Well, but I mean, I think that through the practices of yoga, meditation, and mindfulness that I perform, I'm also somehow like synchronizing myself with the universal flow, and at the same time somehow reaching higher and higher levels of consciousness. So, I mean, thanks for your story, but I think there are many ways to reach the same goal. So I think I'm going across the road to catch my bus. Let's go, come.
But wait. Are you, seriously, you don't want to go inside? I mean, don't you want to go and check out what's going on with his story? I mean, I think I understand what he's saying, and I think the same thing's happening right now. I mean, I was really angry when we missed our bus, and I thought that was bad luck, but then that made us, give us time to come and visit this building. And then I thought it was bad luck that I tripped on the gate and we fell down, but that unintentionally we bowed down to this holy place. Yeah. And then I thought it was unlucky that we bashed all this, what's this?
Prasadam.
Prasadam. And we ended up honoring some of that. I mean, what I really thought from his story was that what was really, I think, in his bad luck is actually good fortune. Don't you agree with that?
I mean, we are all on our own journey, so I respect your path, but I personally don't think I need a temple or a tradition to experience self-awareness or empowerment.
But what about the love and the beauty? Don't you, and this beautiful music? You don't want to see what happens here?
Not actually.
Really?
Exactly.
Okay, then I'm gonna have to say, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
But can I still come in?
Of course you can come in.
If that's not good fortune that I'm coming in today, then what is good fortune?
It's good fortune that you came today because today is the day of the anniversary of our temple. It's a great festival. But even more fortunate is that you arrived right at the same time as the Harinam Sankirtan.
Paano yung